Tough day at the track, particularly for Martin Truex Jr. and DEI. Earnhardt Inc. was one of the headline stories today, not because they wanted to be, but the way things were swirling, there's something going on over there. Teresa's not here to talk about it. John Story insisted everything's fine. He's the guy running the shop. But Martin Truex wants out. They want to keep him. They want to keep him. They want to keep Bass Pro Shops as sponsors. Martin didn't look too happy about the whole thing. He's been trying to wrangle his way free for a couple of months now, not getting anywhere. They've got him for another year, but the pressure is on DEI to let him go. And it looks to me like the Army sponsorship that DEI has been counting on may not be there. John Story again said they're still in the bidding. People I talk to say Army's gone. Where it goes, I have no idea. And if you're Kurt Busch, you thought things were good after last Sunday's win at Loudon, well, little right front tire after 39 laps. That's about the pits. That's a little short of a pit stop, actually. And Goodyear said they were still analyzing the tire. They've changed tires here since February. They've gone to a little harder right side and a little softer left side after they saw some problems during the 500. Kurt said, hey, doesn't look like they've got the right thing yet. And Pat Tryson, the crew chief, who had to go to a backup, not very happy either. Says the tire couldn't go a pit stop. We've got other stories to worry about here. We've also got the Michael Waltrip operation. Michael Waltrip has 3 teams. Looks like he might be down to 2. Rookie Michael McDowell may not be around next season unless things pick up. It's been a tough rookie year for him, and sponsorship, it's not looking very bright. Tried to talk to Ty Norris. He was a little busy. Says that they've got a lot of work to do to make things come out right. DEI is also looking at the John Menard situation. Paul Menard's been driving for them for several years. He's an okay driver. John Menard, of course, is the wealthy, one of the wealthiest men in America, wealthy Midwestern businessman. He's been in the sport helping Robbie Gordon for several years. And now apparently he's getting tired. Tired of NASCAR, tired of DEI, may bail out. The word I'm getting is Jack Roush is trying to maneuver John Menard into coming over to his camp. Whether that's to help the Yates out, Doug Yates and Robert Yates and their 2-car team, which has been sponsorless all season, is unclear, but that's the way it's looking to me. Whether that's the way it's going to go down, I don't know. Talked to Robbie Gordon. He says he would welcome John Menard as a partner in any way, shape, or form. John Menard's been his benefactor for several years now, and Robbie's not doing too well in terms of sponsorship. There's also another DEI angle. The possibility that Teresa, from what I've been hearing, may be willing to sell out partly to a financial investment company, the same way that Petty Enterprises and others, like Michael Waltrip, have done to raise money. John Story said that's up to Teresa to talk about. Of course, Teresa hasn't talked to the press in 6 or 7 years, so she was unavailable, and John said that DEI is still strong, regardless of whether they get an investment sponsor or not. Whether they are or not, I don't know. Jeff Gordon says the Chip Ganassi situation, where Chip had to bail out and drop one of his 3 teams, should be a wake-up call to everybody in the sport that everybody's vulnerable. And certainly the Rick Hendrick operation is looking rather vulnerable right now. They're supposed to have an announcement on Friday morning. Mark Martin will apparently be named as the driver replacing Casey Mears on the 5-car Kellogg's operation. That to me is a surprise, but Mark's a tough guy. Everybody likes him. He's a good hard worker, but he's going to be 50 come the next Daytona 500. And Harry Gant, Bobby Allison, Richard Petty, a few guys have hung around that long, but they haven't really had that much success. In fact, after you turn 40 in this business, it's harder and harder to get those wins. And that's the report. On a rainy Thursday, Daytona International Speedway, Mike Mulhern for the Winston-Salem Journal and JournalNow.com.